And we live. Welcome to the Dishon Show, where we have real life, meaningful conversations to help young men and boys know now what we wish we knew then. I'm one of your hosts, Jay Black.
D. Johns, your other host.
D. Johns, what's up? What's up? What's up?
Great start. Great start.
I was gonna go somewhere else with it, but I was like, no, I'm gonna save it.
I seen your mind. I seen your mind working, man. It's a good day, man. Sunny out. It's a little chilly. You know, I guess it's the winter time, or almost the winter, in this good Texas.
How'd the holiday go, man?
It went well, man. We family. You know what I'm saying? And it's it taught me a lesson. You know, I be getting lessons because I be getting upset about nothing. It's not even upset, but annoyed about nothing. Like I was out of the mix in terms of the plans. It was really Keisha and her family, her brother and his family came in, and they kind of wanted to handle it. So I found out what the assignment was for our house, right? Our house is responsible for this. And it was something that Keisha made last year. So I was like, I'm cool chilling. Cause normally I'd be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday to Thursday morning, I'm doing something.
Yeah, prep mode.
I like to cook in stages. But it worked out because the lesson that it taught me was ninja breathe. That like I was looking for a schedule of because the game coming on and man, everything worked out smooth. Everything we probably ate around 4:00, which was fine. But for whatever reason in my mind, I just needed to know it was going to be 4:00 for it to be fine.
Yeah,
before it actually worked out.
Right.
So it was one of the like take a beat, man. Just bro, it really wasn't that serious. Everything was good. We didn't have a whole bunch of stuff we don't have nothing sitting in the fridge now, molding and getting furry because we overcooked.
Right.
It was just a smooth, chill time, man.
Yeah.
How about yours?
Pretty much the same. I really enjoyed it. It was far more laid back. Like you say, it's normally a production. And I feel like this year it was less of a production. And I needed that break and didn't know I needed that break till I got that break, just like you said. So, man, we normally pressing to eat for 12, no later than 1 and out. We probably ate at 5:00. So that worked out. Like you said, man, you think, oh, we behind schedule. It's not a production.
Yeah.
Man. Relax. So it worked out.
Yeah, and we had we caught 2 Super Bowls last week. I don't know if you saw that. 2 Super Bowls in 1 week.
We can do this.
2 Super Bowls in 1 week.
We could do this.
I mean, y'all didn't lose Sunday. Or when y'all play?
We played Sunday.
Yeah, y'all didn't lose.
And we won.
Y'all didn't lose.
We won.
I got you. I hear what you're saying.
Buccaneers. We won.
I hear what you're saying.
We're not going to do this.
Y'all did not lose that game.
Mind you, y'all finally won. Y'all being the Dallas Cowboys. They finally win 2 games in a row.
You was about to have a worse record than us for all you talking.
Yeah, for all you have a tie on your record.
And that would have made that would have gave us a better record. Y'all would have lost 6 games. We've only
I don't want
lost
to talk
5.
to the tie guy. Y'all the tie guy.
We only lost 5.
I don't want to talk. Y'all in Green Bay. I don't want to talk. So top of the show.
Get to it.
Like, share, subscribe. Also, I know y'all thought y'all was gonna get away from this.
That way.
This pops up in the bottom. But however, I don't know if y'all know this, but get out the mic. My co-host is an author. Y'all have seen this enough by now to where you shouldn't be surprised. If you're new to the show, here's your chance. This is your sign. Now, we even ran a special where if you were a paid subscribed member, you could get access to the book.
Yeah.
Are we still doing that? Is that still in the mix?
We let it ride.
So listen.
We let it ride.
Just to give you some insight, there's life prompts in here to help you to be a better father, better mother, better parent. And short and sweet, some people, there's novel readers and there's excerpt readers. This covers both. So you can take it in chunks. There's worksheets in the back to where you can actually apply some of the lessons being shared in this that we've learned.
Absolutely.
And applied. So
absolutely.
Just wanted to put that out there. So while we're here.
Let me button that up the right way because I said we can let it ride. We'll let it ride through December 15th, 2005. 25.
25. 05. Think about the last time the Cowboys won something.
I see what you did there. See exactly.
I don't think it was even in 05, but we're not going to do this.
I see what you did there. Anywho, Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
December
If you
15th.
need me to drive, I know it's a tough week for you. I know it's stressful.
No. You got to December the 15th.
I'm on a high. World champs.
A little team win 2 times now.
We on the
You
world.
want to talk NFL in the last
World
month of the
champs.
season. Man, that's crazy.
That's when it matter.
Today's topic is, kind of applies to your little team. The label is the first to leave. The label is the first to leave. I'm not going to lead you on that. I want to know exactly how you feel about it. He has no idea.
That's
Y'all
not
know
even
how
from
to
the
read.
bank. Yeah, that's not even from the bank.
No, it's not. The label is the first to leave.
The label is the first to leave.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, first impression for me is who I've identified as improperly has been the first thing to leave. Should have been the first thing to leave.
Mm-hmm.
But in this transition where I am coming out of court, for those that don't know, not coming out of court, but now it's been 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
But being completely out of that and having identified as a corporate leader, I was living by my label.
Right.
And I thought it impressed people. So the label is the first thing to leave. What I'm seeing now, as I circulate resumes, is that because of my time out of office,
mm-hmm.
I don't think they care about the label no more. so in that regard,
yeah,
the label left because it doesn't seem to be in consideration. And all of it could be that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I just need to stay the course, which this course is not going to change. But, I have moments where it's like,
right.
Labels, who am I? Who am I today?
Not to rehash the identity episode we had. Me, because there's going to be multiple layers and approaches to this topic today.
Yeah.
Me, it's more of a actions speak louder than words. Meaning, you can call yourself whatever you want.
That part.
But as I sit and watch your actions and what you're doing, is either going to reinforce that thing that you're calling yourself, or it's going to let me know you're not that thing at all.
It was only a label.
It was only a label. So the label is the first to leave. So meaning dig below the surface. Dig below the surface. And typically we try to maintain, we do maintain consistency with the platform. But we're going to spill out into some other areas today as well, because again, this is to help our children.
Let's get to it.
Our children are at multiple crossroads, man. Like they're transitioning into real life day by day as we speak. So from a
side note,
please,
the brain might be a star before he know it. the brain is running on social media.
Yeah,
I don't know if he gonna like that label.
They charged me up yesterday too by being on the show. I got charged up yesterday. Mofo kicked it off. Hey,
another label.
So you keep saying we're gonna be on the show.
Yeah. Christmas break, whatever. Whatever.
I gotta buffer that thing. We'll see. The label leave first. From a fatherly standpoint, because we're gonna do the relationship approach, the parenting approach, and then I wanna speak on friendships and relationship in that realm. That's very important. And I had a couple of instances over the holiday of some friendship moments, if you will. Yeah. You'll understand what I mean in a moment. So from a fatherly standpoint, we push, and this feeds off some comments in an exchange I had with one of the viewers in the comment section. We were raised a certain way as children.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you agree with the parenting style that you were exposed to or you disagreed with it, it either motivated you to be that type of parent, or I'm going to be the exact opposite of what the parenting style that I received. I'm going to be the opposite of that.
Right.
That's the two options. So with that, we're striving to push our children to say, hey, go accomplish this, go be this.
Right.
Are we focusing too much, in your opinion, Are we focusing too much on a label, a career stamp label to go be this? Or are we actually inserting and implanting the importance and the value of who you are as a person and your quality of work, be it entrepreneurship, be it in the work industry, you corporate, you white collar, blue collar? Are we focused on the labels? Go be a doctor, go be an attorney, go be an electrician, go be a plumber, whatever those things are. Do you feel we as parents are focusing more on the label of what you're going to do or what you're going to be in life, and perhaps wavering on be mindful of your quality of work?
That's good.
Man,
That's
I let him use me.
You on one today. You definitely on one today. And for me, I can say without much thought, without much new thought, I don't, because I mentioned other episodes before, that several hundred. Go check them out.
Yeah.
How my college journey went.
Yeah.
Like I took a recommendation from my father, which made sense because of what he saw. But we weren't necessarily having conversations about, like, son, what are you passionate about? What do you want to be in life? He saw how I was doing in math and science, and so engineering made sense. And I'm like, well, since I'm pretty good at it, let's capitalize on it. So it wasn't a fault of my father's. It was guidance based on what he understood, and it wasn't like he was trying to tell me to be something that he was, or do something because he did it. It was, he felt like that was the best direction for me given my skill set. When I changed my major, he wasn't upset. Now it was all the loans were on me at that point, because my first semester was a was a kerfuffle. 0.14 GPA. Who gonna tell me what? And my dad agreed that I should come on up out that thing because I suggested it. He wasn't yanking me out. I tried to play him, and he was like, "Nah, you right.
Right.
If you don't want to do the work, go to work. Go do some physical labor." So I never pressured my kids to be that. But as you were saying it, what I was thinking about when you use the analogy of the label, I got to be mindful to not slap the wrong label on it, even in my not making them be a thing.
Right.
Like bread and cookies have similar ingredients.
Boy, hey.
Base ingredients.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
But if you mix the labels up, somebody's going to be upset because that's not exactly what they were trying to get, if that makes sense.
That does.
So what my mind went was, okay, what are the actual ingredients? Like, what are the ingredients? Where they strong in this? And, because cookies might need more sugar than bread.
Certainly.
Both make sense.
Right.
Both can be staples in the household. Don't come to me with that. But, like, both of them have a place in the diet.
Yeah.
But when you need one or want one, you don't want the other one substituted for it. So I need to be more mindful of, well, they're pretty good at this, but how does that rank in terms of all the things that they're good at, and how do any of these things work together? Are they good at this one thing and good at this other thing? Is there a marriage between those two things where they could still feel accomplished and still feel some sense of achieving or having a life that they want, tapping into their creativity and their intelligence? Like, what does that look like?
Right.
And that's what's going through my mind right now. It's like, man, I know what I see, and sometimes certain things that I see, I get more excited about. And then that may start to me shifting and shaping. Hey, you should go do that. Well, I just like this thing right now. Like,
I'm glad you said that.
I like this thing right now.
Yes, because that the thought I'm having as I'm listening to you is, and I think I'm even guilty of it. I've done it. I know I've done it with my son. That's would be. So we have to be mindful and careful as parents of having such reverence for a thing, and perhaps that's not your child's thing.
Yeah.
So let's say, for instance, you have an artistic child. I want to build, I want to create, I want to paint, I want to do music, I want to do the arts. And I'm very, very good at it. I'm gifted, and I can make an absolute wonderful life for myself and my family. There's highly successful artists in the world that do far better than perhaps some of the best physicians you could name.
Right.
It's debatable with what you call successful. So let's say, for instance, you have an artistic child or
Artistic.
artistic,
Yeah.
not autistic, artistic, an artist, a musician,
Mhm.
a painter, a sculptor. And they're very, very good at exceptionally well, gifted even. But because they always hear the parents say, doctor, lawyer, you need to be an attorney, you need to be a doctor, you need to be an electrician, you need to be an engineer. So because they hear that reverence that the parent has for these other things that are outside of their gifts, their talents, now they feel possibly undervalued. This thing that I'm interested in is more of a hobby. My parents say that's not going to put food on the table. That's always the focus. Is that going to sustain you and your family? That's a label. Even that is a label. Sustainability, absolutely. That's a very viable thing. I've even had the conversation with mine. If you love something and perhaps it's not as lucrative
Right.
as some other field, use the other field to fund this other thing until it takes off, and then you fire this thing and hire this thing. So, hey, perhaps you do want to be a musician and music isn't taking off for you right now, and you have an opportunity to be an engineer. Knock it out. And now you live off of that. I'm not saying that I don't want you to feel like tell your kid just throw everything away and move in a van and go make it.
Right.
It's not what I'm suggesting at all. I'm trying to make us as parents be more mindful of the conversations we're having, that when we do present this, careful not to shun their gifts, their abilities, and their interests for trying to steer them to these other quote unquote money-making industries. See what I mean? So now it's okay that you love that and you're great at that. It's more than okay. That's wonderful. That's exceptional. Create a plan, but in the creation of that plan, we sometimes feel like they can only do one thing. It's this or that.
Yeah.
Right. It's not a this or that. It's these. And you just have to be mindful of how you explain the importance of sustainability. What you think about that?
One thing that jumped out at me was to be careful not to suggest that what they love is not going to provide a life for them, or challenging that. I think it is important to challenge even the thing that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
As a parent, you should be able to defend that, right? Because you can't just say, go be a doctor. And, like you mentioned before, some doctors, some lawyers, some of the historically esteemed positions and career fields aren't necessarily making as much as one may think, right? So it's never all about that. But as you challenge the child, be prepared to actually say, hey, this is what I believe it looks like. This is what it looks like today.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where it may be trending, why I'm suggesting this. But the other important thing is be careful what you're not saying, right? And be careful what you're not giving attention, because you might not say, hey, man, put that violin down. Hey, man, that guitar, what you just going to strum it in the club? Like, you might not be that forward with the disdain or suggesting that it's not a viable way of life.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe you only talk about their math and science tests, and you never show up, or you never poke your head in their room when they strumming on that guitar, when they painting, or when they drawing.
Yep.
When they come show it to you and they're happy, you're like, oh, okay. But when they show you the math test, right, now you're excited and you want to look at, well, you got that 98. What was the other two? Talking about me, because why get that close to 100? But it's those signs, those cues where they may not necessarily stop doing what they love, but they may recognize that you don't care about it.
Right.
That you don't find it important. You don't care that it's important to them.
Right.
Because again, it's not about you picking up the guitar too and learning how to play it.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, son, like Donovan, now I'm talking to me right now, because Donovan, when he's not at work or school, because he got to get that bread. That boy trying to be there every time the door is open.
Yeah.
And like he was playing his guitar the other day, and I'm recognizing the song. Like and that's something that I would do that on the keyboard. I used to play around with sequence. Let me make this beat. Let me do this thing. Like, that was my thing.
Yes.
But it was never like telling my parent, ooh, look at this. It was just my thing that I did with my headphones. But he has that. Eli would sit down at the piano and pick stuff out. I'm like, man. But with the guitar, it's to me, it's exceptional, because it's not plucking keys. He's like chord progression. And I played the guitar. I wasn't great at it, but I
Yeah.
took lessons. I'm like, wait, hold on. That's
I know exactly.
I know that song.
Yeah.
I know what song
Yes.
that is, and he's just figuring it out. So it's like again, talking to me, like I need to be more as much as I am. What did you learn at school today? Hey man, how'd you figure that out?
Right.
Is that something like is that your outlet? You
Right.
know, because it could be that. It could just be an outlet. And even if it's an outlet, it's important because I ran through my career to end the formal career that I was in and not knowing what I like to do. Like, what's your thing, man? I work, figure stuff out, solution.
This what I got.
So, solution, review other people work.
What I got.
What do you do? And I don't know. And I don't want my children to ever lose the importance of an outlet, even if it doesn't turn into a lifestyle.
Speaking of lifestyle, transitions right into to portion 2, if you will.
Imagine that.
Try to, and I'm talking to me, try to not be so focused on label to where my sons, they don't know themselves. Like if I walk up to you and say, what's your favorite blank? If your child has to say, I'm having conversations right now with my children about know yourself. It's hard for a person to tell you who you are if you know who you are. So if you don't know that you like something or don't like something,
Yeah.
someone could possibly convince you into liking something you do not like. And now you 3 times in figuring out, I don't really like this at all.
Right.
This is not me. So whatever that is, focus on that now and backfired on that asking me. And imagine if I don't have an answer to a question. Sidebar. I just had to throw that out there. Well, I was really going with it is label. I had a very, very, very intriguing conversation with a brother recently, man. And what he revealed to me is a common thread. Not to betray any trust about the discussion or anything like that, but I felt like it was such a heartfelt conversation that it's worthy of mentioning because who knows who's dealing with the same, right? People, and I'm a man, so I'm gonna speak from a male perspective, not to leave women out. They deal with the same thing, and you'll know what I mean in a second. People, men, if we are trained or come into the realization of I'm a provider, this is what I do. If anything happens to where I'm no longer the provider, imagine now what happens. If that was my existence, my label, I feel worthless.
I feel attacked.
I feel well, no, but you see what I mean?
That's what we're here for.
And it's not even the conversation you and I had. This is a whole nother. You know what I mean?
I know.
So because if this is what the expectation is for my role, my label, and it's removed for whatever reason, I'm in a transitional period. I'm doing something else. It's time for me to retire from this and do this. It's time for me to invest in this business because this business is folding, or this one I sold it. Now, whatever the case is or the scenario is, perhaps there's a window of transition to where I'm no longer that label. So if I built my entire life and existence off this label and that's no longer it, I run the risk of feeling worthless or feeling like I'm a non-contributor. So the dangers, that's yet again how if an ice cube melts, the surface is the first to go. The label is the first to leave. The outside layer, once peeled away, onions, I don't care anything you think about with layers, the outer layer goes first. And a label is just that. It's an outer label, our outer layer. So if we're focused on the core, what's at the core of that thing? Because if I'm so wrapped up in the label or the surface of that thing, I'm going to forget or get distracted from what's in my core. My core got me to that label. My core got me selected for that position, that role that I thrived in for this amount of time. So if I lose sight of the value of that core, it's not so easy to melt that core. You can shave these layers off all day long. But when you start to get to that core is still solid. which means I can rebuild my layers. I can make my layer look like whatever I need it or want it to look like in order to thrive in whatever situation I so choose. But if I forget that and I don't focus on that, now my core is just as flimsy and weak and vulnerable as my outer layers are, only because I lost focus of my core. You feel me? So now with this conversation, that's what this brother's dealing with. He's terrified of his next chapter because his previous chapter is all he's known his entire life. And so now I'm capable of doing more or something different. I just don't know what that looks like. I don't have a roadmap. So I took that opportunity to remind this brother, you didn't have a roadmap for that one. You just jumped out there because of a phase in life you were in. See, that's the other thing. We get caught up in numbers. At 40-something years old, man, I feel like I've lived a whole lifetime. If I knew then what I know now, but you do know now, and you're 40, and I'm using 40. I'm not 40. I'm older than 40. So at 40, if I feel like I've lived a lifetime and I've made all these mistakes, you have to understand that 0 through 18 doesn't really count. That was childhood and adolescence. 18 to 30, that was your mistake period, typically. Typically.
Yeah.
So now 30 to 40, finding my way. 40, I know what I want to do in life, but I'm 40. Let's say you make another 40 though, and you make it to 80. So now you have 40 more years. You feel like you've lived an entire lifetime at 40. Imagine another 40, and you do know now what you didn't know then, and you apply it today, and your next 20 sets you up for the second 20. So 40 to 60, 40 to 50, 40 to 55. Can you imagine 15 years of what you know right now that you claim you lost in your first 40 years? That was just you learning yourself. Man, scratch that. You at ground zero. So now because you're at ground zero and you do know what you know now, these next 15, you set for the rest of your life.
Oof.
And you can apply that and you win. So I tried to remind the brother of that. And he kind of was like, man, I didn't think about it like that. I didn't either until I was forced to.
Yeah. So when we were, there was a couple responses to that. Story of my life, number one. You met me at the tail end of the high point.
Yeah.
And now you in me, you rocking with me through the valley as it starts the upswing and uptick. And number one, what I would offer him and anybody like that, it's probably not as bad as you're telling yourself it is.
Absolutely.
However, if you keep telling yourself it is that bad, it will absolutely be that bad.
Absolutely.
So while it's new and fresh, take that for a perspective of, I feel like this right now.
Yeah.
If you make a whole lot of nouns for the next year, your every noun is feeling like this,
Yeah.
it'll be harder to let go of.
Man.
So I would offer that, go through your period, man. Salt whatever you got to do, run through the range of emotions, but ultimately understand that it's not as bad as you're making it. And sometimes we try to do that as a safety mechanism, because if we make it the worst when it actually happens, we think we'll be prepared for it. You're not.
You're not. You're so not.
You're not. When you came in this morning and I was sitting here not saying nothing,
Yeah.
I was putting up a post that hit my spirit this morning about where I was this time last year. And what I was saying was, December came, my youngest son will be 11 Saturday.
Yeah.
December 6th, right?
Yeah.
Christmas, Imani's birthday, like all of that same month. And I was stressed out about, what am I going to buy them that's going to wow them? Literally some days in tears, because I'm like, man, I effing failed, bro. Like, not on some, well, it was weak, but I shouldn't even use that word. But like, just extreme disappointment in me. I don't even know that it was really tied to but I was like extremely disappointed in me. And I'm riding down the street and it's like, leak. I'm
Yeah.
like, frustrated. Then I get angry. But the post this morning was, what I missed in all of that was that to tie to this conversation, I had given myself a label from my children that wasn't accurate. I was upset or feeling less than because I didn't think I would be able to provide my children a gift that was on par with what they know me as. My children don't give a goddamn about gifts.
That ain't they thing.
Ever.
That ain't they thing.
At ever. Like the only expectation has increased is me outdoing me because of what I thought I didn't get when I was younger. And to be fully transparent, I want them to have a story at school because that reflects me. How you gonna come from this house and they talking about their gifts for 2 minutes and you, well, I gotta I'm lit, and I believe I'm not the only one that has ever felt like that,
I
or
promise you not.
maybe feel like that now. So
Yes.
it hit me to put it out this morning because like you start thinking about all of the insane with clarity, they're not the smartest things to do. Going to get that payday loan, going to finance some stuff. Like I posed yes, like typically financing the thing means you can't afford the thing.
Right.
Typically.
Right.
There are exceptions. I get it. The 1% I get y'all investing in y'all and getting 18% of your 2% loan. I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Miss me with all of that. I'm talking
Right.
about people that don't have it figured out.
Everyday life.
That think they do.
Yes.
And think this is the way because this is what they've seen or what they've been used to. Ultimately, I'm saying don't take the stress off yourself now. You're gonna crash the rest of the month out for what typically amounts to a 30-minute period or a 15-minute period whenever they come downstairs or come into the room where the gifts are, when they feel like it, to open it and be just as thankful as they were before.
And over it January 1.
And if they're not, check yourself for some other parenting misses because that's probably more of a you thing than the actual gifts. But it's really easy to attach yourself to who you were,
Yeah.
knowing you need to become somebody else.
That's a fact.
But who you were is more recognizable. You believe it has more value because you falsely place so much value on that thing.
The things we convince ourselves of that has nothing to do with anybody else, but we base it on everybody else is mind blowing. And I say I'm in the number.
Right.
I'm certain there's plenty of things I do that have nothing to, if I removed every person on the planet, would I still do that thing? Nope. Some things I'm certain I would not do.
Or would I care about the thing?
Would I care?
Yeah.
Would I even care?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's we self-create these prisons for ourselves.
Yeah.
And before we know it, we're serving sentences that has nothing to do with nobody else. The people that we're trying to impress or convince or provide for are the main ones trying to let us off the hook like, you good? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing that?
It's like the key is inside with you and it unlocks from the inside.
From the inside. Open the door. Open the door.
Yeah.
So leading that into the friendship portion, there was I told you, man, I'm the crash out king to an extent. Don't blow that out. I'm not a YN that crash out.
It don't matter. No. It really don't.
I'm a certain type of friend to a fault. I'm a certain type of, and fill in that blank, friend, husband, brother, uncle, dad. If I love you, care about you, people can't play with you in front of me. Mind you, what I perceive to be played with. So
context doesn't matter.
No, it does not.
Only mine. Yeah.
You can't come to me if you're in a spat like a niece. A niece can't come to me in a spat with her boyfriend and tell me he wronged her really, really badly. And now I know that. And now moving forward, this your boo again. Not here. I don't like him right now. And I'm not judgmental. I'm just being honest here. You just messed it up for cuz. I don't like this boy no more, man. He can't come over. He did what?
I got that call day after Thanksgiving. Sometime last, it might have been Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Within the last couple of weeks,
one
of my partners, who shall remain nameless, but if you go back some episodes, called me and said, "Hey, how far are you from so-and-so? A city.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, 30 miles, you gonna be in the area? He's like, nah, my little cousin out there with some knucklehead. Instantly, I'm like, God, well, eh,
Let's go.
I mean,
Let's go.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
It's go time.
He was like, stand by. And I'm like,
You bet.
like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
because you can't like ultimately, I guess it worked itself out because he never pulled a, I'm about to say something. He never said anything else about it, but he
Yeah.
was trying to figure out proximity because he thought that was a problem. And the same thing with him, like you can't call him.
You can't, because now
But and that's another point. Like the way my circle worked at this point, if you're calling me, you've already thought through everything
you better.
that has to do with me. Right. You better.
You better.
Definitely final chance. Definitely final chance. And the dominoes that it creates might mean I have to tap somebody else. But that's how the certain, like we have that level of, like, if you call me and say, yo, we got to ride, which that's not even the nature of anything.
Right.
Because it's so not the nature of anything. Like, are you outside? Are you like,
Yeah.
where are we getting in the car together? Like,
Yeah.
it's that kind of thing. And it's not promoting anything or trying to be tough guys, but that's just what you can't, like, I know my circle well enough to know that if I say, Jay, I got a problem, I know what other problem it could cause for you. So for me to say that, it's absolutely, at the very least, I'm saying I'm giving a reference to the last person I talked to.
Because here we go. like, hey, well, so what we got?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Don't want this, people.
Please.
Don't misunderstand.
No. We're not going.
No.
I'm just saying,
But playing with somebody in the family,
you can't.
that's an indictment.
Because now I look at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, two, I want to say this. I know a lot of they're gonna be in their feelings in the comments, but I don't care. Women are typically.
There are women that exist.
There are.
I don't know.
The women typically are better at communicating their feelings and emotions about a situation.
Your experience with the women that you've known is that they are better experienced.
Thank you. Thank you for that because you know my verbiage.
Dijon's translate.
So with that being said, two women I care about a lot. I know a lot is childish, but I don't care. I like to talk to where the entire audience can understand what I'm saying. A lot. I love these two women. They had a situation develop that was worthy of conversation. Outside looking in, men saw pieces of the situation and became defensive about it.
Tracking.
You feel me?
Yep. Tracking.
So became defensive about it. Because you'll find yourself in my loved one could perhaps misstep.
Yeah.
But not too much on my loved one. You know what I mean? So that could go either way.
Yeah.
To where now, because men are made how men are made, it don't just get swept under the rug immediately. Like there's literally a conversation that has to be had in the men's minds.
Yes.
Whereas the women, it turns more into, that's on pause. Like, is everybody good? Like, what's going on here? Everybody good. So it's like, y'all good. You know what I mean? So now, and I'm trying to be ambiguous intentionally about it. But the moral of the story is sometimes stay out of the way. Offer your support to your loved one, and sometimes just be a listening ear. They don't always need, and this is man to woman, woman to man now. They don't always need our feedback. They don't always need our interjection. They don't need our reaction.
Energy, yeah.
So because of that, you don't want to discourage your loved ones from I can't take this to Uncle James because if I go say something to him,
Cannot.
it's on go mode. He finna burn the barn down. Be careful of that being your image with your loved ones because you will absolutely be the last to know. And I'm saying this about me. This was my energy recently about something that hindsight, I don't want to say I overreacted.
Yeah.
I should have practiced what I've been saying on the platform because it's a daily exercise to try to get better and do better. I should have been slower to react. It flamed me up immediately, and I was, nah. Well, hold on, no. So then another transgression took place, and it was really no. It wasn't amazing, it wasn't great, but it wasn't worthy because of the reverence I have for the people involved.
Yeah.
And the love that I have for the people involved. I should have just been, it should have been a SMH. Just shake my head and let it roll.
Yeah.
But because I'm made how I'm made, I allowed that to make me more boisterous and more active. And I was more vocal than I'm proud of and should have not been as vocal about the situation as I was. I'm working on that. I'm trying to get better at that. I'm too ready to defend those I love when sometimes they don't need my defense. They just need my moral support so that they can continue to communicate with me and share things with me and bounce the ideas off me. I can give you my insight or my opinion, and it's just that. They're not obligated to go react how I said they should or even match my energy of reaction. I need to tone that down.
I'm sitting here thinking about what stories I'm not getting in my house because your daddy a little off. I remember having a conversation with my oldest that has learned me the most about myself as an adult.
Yes.
And I'm thankful for it.
Yeah.
But like, be careful how you, number one, be careful what you contribute to the situation.
Absolutely.
If a man puts his hands on you, it's under the jail for me, period. Right?
Yeah, you can't tell me that.
Right?
Yeah.
I would hate to be under the jail and find out that you provoked it. Not that it's ever right. But if you hot-headed and provoking a situation and that you big and bad and you swinging, people swing back naturally, right? There's so much that, and
no, that's valid.
it's never the right option.
No, for either person.
It's never the right option. I'm gonna be clear about that. My point is, be responsible for your contributions to it.
Yeah.
Also, be mindful of how you tell me the story.
Emotionally,
yeah,
in anger mode, so the version tainted.
Right. And I'm not saying you can't have emotions, but when I'm like, and this is as an adult. This is not 14, 15, where you still maturing. I'm still maturing today. Don't set up the conversation for me to feel how you feel just because you want some support in that energy.
Thank you. That's important. And then you're going to double back after I go crash out. I'm going to crash out because you built me on the crash. My lack of intelligence and emotional maturity in the situation. Trying to work on it. I'm working on it to this day in 2025 going into 2026. Valid. Yeah, extremely valid. Not that you need my validation.
Yeah, I mean, but just as a father, period, that wants to protect.
Yeah.
Like I don't care what you were built like or what your lens. Well, I don't know people that differ in that opinion.
Right.
I'm sure they exist. Right. But
somewhere.
But it's just like, yeah, be careful how you energize the story when it comes to me. Because I'm gonna do my best to understand what part you played in it. If you're so worked up about what happened that you can't eat, like there's not many options.
No, don't fire me up. don't fire me up.
There's not many options.
Because I'm going to try to talk sensibly like,
Yeah.
what happened? How did y'all get here?
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get a quick little background. And, be careful of that.
Anyhow,
What you got on the wrap up with the people, man?
man, as we're in this season, if you choose to celebrate, man, take the stress off of, take the burden out of it.
Yeah.
Right? This is not a competition for you against your childhood. It is not a competition for you against other parents or even people in your circle. A circle doesn't mean everybody's doing as well as everybody else. So don't get caught up trying to match energy when you don't have it, or if you don't even believe that that's the thing to do. Like I'm learning that. I'm like, what? I really haven't had a handle on Christmas outside of it not being the actual birthday. Cool. I'm talking about whatever value that I can control in terms of how my family looks at it.
Yes.
I've sucked at it. It's been a big excuse for me to go crazy. I know they ain't play with I was about to say Sega Genesis.
That boy. You thinking back when the Cowboys won. See how I did that? Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt.
You really making this a thing. Like you really be trying to throw me off my game. Get me completely off my square with that, but I'm cool. People feel me. The people feel me. Go on end your little show.
Come on, man. The Cowboys won when Sega Genesis was out, guys. But listen, valid point, valid work. Pay attention to the high notes. All of them.
He took
yeah. So,
watch the edit.
Come on, Doc.
Watch the edit.
So listen, continue to support. Listen, I do want to say that though. Like, thank you. The support that we have coming in. Hey, milestone. We're not gonna blow past this. We hit our first reel that had 1 million views.
Absolutely.
We had 1 million. It's up to like 1.1, 1.2 now, but 1 million views on a reel. That's a milestone over here, people.
Especially because none of it is intended to do that. And the type of content that we put out,
no.
Anything that you've seen me put out with anybody on the platform doesn't typically garner that type of, they don't allow it. Like it doesn't get, I shouldn't say that, whatever. It typically doesn't get traction like that if you're not already a large platform. So to have something that was done with the right intent, connect, that's what I see. Because I tell you what, I don't know the recipe. Because there's 1.1 million. If you go 2 to the left, you'll see 800.
Yeah. Hey.
I mean, it's they and like generally get more views.
Yeah.
And that's the importance of it. So that's, we're not labeled by virality.
And that's not the intent.
Yeah.
We out here living out loud on camera.
Learning out loud.
Continue to support, continue to like, share, subscribe, follow. We're on multiple platforms.
All
of them. You name it. Whatever you use as a podcast or a show or streaming, we there. Dear Son Network, the Dear Son Show, Dear Son Podcast, however you want to do it, you're going to find us. We appreciate the support and the love. Peace.
I'm going to say something about the gear because I know y'all been looking the whole time. Just want to give y'all
boy, the black on black.
Black on black.